Braincake is a delicious, sweet nourishment created by combining 2 or more grains.
What the hell are you pointing at, Kiwi?
The greatest drink on earth, ladies and gentlemen, LaCroix.
Don't start the show with that horse shit right away.
Well, man,
And the
let me tell
greatest
you.
cigarettes.
Oh, my God damn it.
Already. Well, look, at least the Philip Morris thing got out of the way immediately.
That's true, yeah, and it was pretty brief that time, like just a little show off of it.
Gunboi just says, hey, man, here it is. Look at it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Think about
It's subliminal.
Probably
Is
the
it,
thing
though?
that everybody's trying not to think about, though, is the problem. People who are trying to quit, we're knocking them in, man.
I don't like quitters. What can I say? You gotta whatever you're in, you're in.
I bet you guys fucking reek. Bet you reek.
I do.
Bet you
definitely.
smell of stale cigarettes.
Oh, not because of the cigarettes. I just reek generally.
Just improper hygiene, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how pearly yellow my teeth are.
Hey, man.
How's the teeth brushing going, actually? Because I think we were trying to remember the last time we were all together on like this combination of people were together on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Zoom show that we talked about. You said you brush your teeth very minimally.
I feel like that was
Very minimally.
Yeah.
I feel like that was Squirrels of Rampage.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty certain.
Very minimally. Yeah.
Well, hey, look at it this way, man. You could eventually wear a brown necktie. It would match. Those nice yellow shiners you got there.
Actually, your teeth really aren't that yellow, though.
I think I brushed them yesterday.
But I can't. You can't wash all
You
the
think
yellow
so?
away immediately.
Yeah, you can. Poor oral hygiene is not real. It's all genetic. It's all genetic. If your teeth fall out before you're 70, it's all genetic. You got something.
Yeah.
My papa lost all his by the time he was 25. He brushed shit out of them.
Brush the shit out of
That's
them.
what people say that are like 700
Well, I mean,
pounds. Also.
I imagine too, if you drink a lot of acidic stuff, which I know over the years I have terrible, like,
Whoa, fuck. What
my
happened?
teeth. I'm not
I thought the propane heater blew up, but it didn't. It just
explosions
turns off
going
real
on.
violent.
What the fuck just happened in here? I just heard a bang. I couldn't see.
We're getting shot at, ladies.
Yeah.
Whitney exploded.
She spontaneously combusted, and even though there's 2 cameras going in the room, we still missed the first opportunity to catch it on film.
To make some real 4chan worthy content.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Upload
That's
that
not
to
the
Reddit.
pinnacle I'm trying
make
to
a
reach.
goddamn killing. We could charge NFTs of that shit.
NFTs for like people's death videos.
Fuck yeah, man!
Oh my god!
Well, Hazard,
Imagine.
Kentucky already got death videos of itself.
How much for the
It
NFT?
exploded. It exploded practically.
How much for the NFT of Saddam Hussein and the Bath Party takeover in Iraq on
Oh,
live
dude, that's
TV?
like 5 Bitcoin,
What?
That's
No,
fantastic.
okay.
and we only take Bitcoin. Fuck that.
Can somebody explain NFT to me? Because
An NFT,
I have heard about it before.
non-fungible token. Okay, so this lighter, I take a picture of it, I can sell it to somebody as an NFT.
But why? And
So
why
they can
is there a
they can
market
own
for
the
this?
picture because people are retarded and will buy anything.
Well,
It makes sense with things
Fair.
that are actually like commercial.
Yeah.
Like if you say if I wanted to buy the NFT for the video "Toxic" by Britney Spears, well, people play "Toxic" the video by Britney Spears, so I could theoretically charge people royalty money to watch.
Yeah,
that.
but that
Right.
muddies the water with copyright, right? Because Universal Music owns the goddamn copyright to the song and the video because it was shot at fucking Universal Studios, probably.
Well, and a lot of NFTs are like sparkly spinning images of a thing.
I like sparkly spin.
Yeah, there's like a picture of
That
I don't know,
appeals to
it's
my
like dogs or
redneck inner
something.
self.
yeah.
I like shiny stuff.
yeah, we've all turned into crows, man.
Well, I mean, so
UFOs.
just to play devil's advocate, kind of, isn't it kind of strange how used to we've gotten with not paying for things online?
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, we just subscribe for the
We pretty much
privilege.
just are never thankful for how much shit is free on the internet.
Well, that's just
Bro, I
true.
pay for porno. What are you talking about? I pay for every goddamn thing.
You pay for porno?
I pay
Why?
for porn
Why do you pay
because
for
I like
porno?
long videos.
I mean,
long
you
video.
can find free long
Just turn
videos.
on the
Right?
fucking filter. Be like 50.
Just type in
minutes
full
plus or
after
something.
anything you're searching for, and you'll likely find the full video.
Type in compilation.
Yeah, compilate. Well,
Something greatest hits. I don't know.
Yeah, we're really trying to help you here, man. All three of us are trying to give you like.
now, okay,
suggestions
I
on how
will tell
don't
you
have to
this.
pay.
I see no reason why you shouldn't subscribe to someone's OnlyFans if you really enjoy that person's content.
No, I've got an X videos red subscription.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow,
Xvideos
dude.
So that's
is
not
real.
even really
You
about.
do know-
Eyeballing, dude.
You do know that,
Eyeballing.
like, YouPorn and shit, it gave away premium access during the whole
Pandemic?
pandemic. Yeah.
What a fucking.
Didn't Pornhub
All right, I'm
do
not
something
going to say the
similar?
word I was
yeah,
going to
Pornhub
say.
did that. RedTube did that. Like, a bunch of the websites did that.
Yeah, Pornhub was like, bro, just stay home, beat the fuck off, and
Yeah.
don't go out near people.
Just watch
Don't
our
get
fucking-
sick. Just make your
Like,
dick sneeze.
That's nice of them.
That's retarded.
No, man,
Also-
no. Give me. Hey, if this company's willing to give me access to all this free HD porn, I'm gonna be like, all right, I guess this is what's happening.
That is proof that it was the goddamn lefties trying to do their propaganda through this whole pandemic. They gave away free porn to corrupt the youth.
Well, I'm left-handed I'm left-handed when it comes to sexual
God.
travel, so whatever. Lefty that.
I'm not
But no,
left-handed
dude,
at all. I can't do shit with my
Pornhub-
left hand. I can't even
Pornhub
jack off
rivals
with it.
like YouTube and video content.
Pornhub offers YouTube?
No, rivals YouTube.
Oh, rivals YouTube.
yeah, like.
Well, yeah, because of the
And
sheer
you
amount
can
of
download
porn.
the entire content of Pornhub. Like, there's a section on there. It's under options or some shit like that. Like, you have to dig for it, but you can download like terabytes. Like, it is terabytes of obviously.
Wait,
of
wasn't
porn.
that?
But
Isn't that like
why would you need to
Xvideos used
download
be?
terabytes of porn?
So man likes variety.
Look, in this day and age, everything we have is digital. It's important that people archive it. There should be multiple copies of it.
Well,
honestly,
good.
that's why I don't like copyright, man.
If a website
Fuck that.
like that is going
If the servers go
But
down,
here's the
everything's
problem.
dark. You don't have access to any of it anymore. The only thing that would be left would be what shit have downloaded offline.
I'd be more petrified to download the shit because, like, of all the vastness on that website, if it's granting you all the access to download everything that's on there, if it goes down, what's the risk that you're going to get a hold of something that's highly fucking illegal that they've not caught?
they
and
they
you're
got
now
in trouble.
possession?
So they got in trouble
Yeah,
for
they
that
ruined
shit.
Pornhub so that that's not possible anymore.
Yeah, like
Ruined
because
it.
the credit card companies were like, "Look, dude,
Come on, man.
well,
I'm just saying that unverified people upload the best porn, and you can't be unverified
I
anymore.
I get what
forgot.
you're
Right.
saying,
I
man.
forgot that was a thing.
Yeah,
Can,
and, like,
can you explain that to me?
I think they require like a photo ID and shit to
Nemo
verify you.
girlfriend foot job
That's
is
if you're
completely gone now.
That's if you like upload, correct? That's if you
Yeah.
upload to the website
Yeah.
as a personal upload, like a
Yeah,
POV
to
star
have
or
an
some
account.
shit, you
Well,
know.
to have an account on there, like to upload shit, to have an account and upload, you have to do that. But you can just have an account and
Well, that's
like
what I
favorite
thought. You
stuff.
could just have an account, but it not have to go through those steps. That's
Yeah.
only if you're wanting to upload videos.
I feel like one of the problems and one of the reasons it is better that they keep more in touch with who's posting these things is, first of all, like you said, some of it's probably illegal. So it's good to have like an extra measure of shit in between people getting able
yeah.
to post content like that. But also, it just comes down to the porn stars getting paid, because if people go out there and illegally download these porn stars' videos and spread them around, the content creator isn't getting paid, you know. And there's not, like YouTube, they will, if you copyright something that somebody used of your content, it'll probably get reviewed and you can probably at least get your profit off of it. But there's not really that many avenues for porn stars to do that, are there?
Yeah, there's DMCA takedown on
to
like
get paid for
Pornhub.
their
You can,
content?
yeah, you can file DMCA takedown.
Getting a copyright strike on Pornhub, baby.
I mean,
That's a different type of achievement.
That's
I
the
feel like.
sleaziest kind of copyright strike you can get.
that's the world we live in. Like all of our digital content is protected by that, and so you know.
They had the nerve to layer Little Richard music on top of that video. Double copyright strike, baby.
Let's face it, the porn industry is honestly why Blu-ray won over HD DVD, because had they not switched when they did, they were like, well, we're going to take the Blu-ray disc because it fits a whole lot of information. We can like giant fucking compilations of porn stars on these motherfuckers.
Well, wasn't HD DVD like also part owned by Disney, and they like wouldn't let it be contracted
HD
out?
DVD was part owned by Disney?
Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like they
fucking
invested in the
terrifying.
R&D for it. But the cool thing about HD DVDs was that the audio quality was like above and beyond what Blu-ray could do at that time.
All I can remember from that time period when it comes to HD, was it HD DVDs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, HD DVDs and Blu-ray. I can just remember that I think it was PlayStation
3.
PlayStation 3 that was promoting Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And Xbox 360
360
was promoting HD DVD.
Yeah, but the shitty thing was the 360 didn't launch with it inside of it. It was an add-on.
Yeah.
Had it actually launched with it inside of it, then that would have probably pushed the market. But I don't know.
Well,
At
and
the
you could
beginning,
also download a Blu-ray player on
Yeah.
Xbox.
well, now you can because Xbox One has Blu-ray drive. But the 360 didn't have shit. Like,
Damn, 360's been forever ago.
yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
has
fucking
been.
ancient, dude.
How long ago? How many years does anybody know?
2000
I want to say 2016, something like that. Maybe 2000.
I don't even think
maybe
it's that.
maybe even earlier
It's
than
all that
that.
yeah, it was like early 2000s, like I want to say 2010 maybe.
That sounds right. Like 20.
Somewhere in there.
It's been almost 10
2009.
years, I want to
Goddamn.
say.
Yeah.
That would be over 10 years if it was 2010, but man, goddamn. Like, I can't wait to see. I feel like the gaps in between gaming systems aren't as intense now because the jump from like
It's been a-
PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3 was a pretty big jump with like graphics and stuff,
It
right?
was. I mean,
Yeah.
even from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, it's a big gap. But like
360 to Xbox One was
the consoles,
a big jump.
I think the consoles now just have so much more longevity to them because for the at least on Microsoft's end, I think the Xbox One is the longest running console they've had, if
Well,
I'm not mistaken.
That's because it's went from being a major release thing now to release hardware. It's now just all computers. Like that's all the PlayStation 5 and the 4 and the
Yeah.
fucking Xbox One and,
They're all
and the
like
new
home
Xbox is. Yeah.
entertainment devices,
Well, I
more
mean,
so than
they're-
game systems.
Yeah, they're no longer like specifically made or tailor made like they used to be. The original Xbox launched with like a fucking let me think. It's a Power PC chip, and I think Motorola made it because they were the ones that made the Power PC chips for Apple when they had them before they switched to Intel. And
What
when
does that entail exactly?
What
like,
does that entail?
I mean, really though, like what does that?
so
chip
it just
do?
changes the architecture, like the instruction set at which the software runs. Like on a computer, it's called x86 architecture. So it's a basic instruction set that fucking I think it was IBM and Intel and all of them made way back when they were fucking designed microchips.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like ARM. Most cell phones use ARM. Apple now switched over to an ARM chip. It's just a different architecture for the microprocessor. It allows them to put the like memory and all that shit in different spots and do crazy stuff.
So weird, man. Fucking that shit to me is still like the internet. Like I just feel like it's magic. There's a witch out there pulling fucking levers and shit, making it work. Like I don't understand how the computer is a thing. I don't understand how it works. Nobody ever actually stops to actually analyze how complex that is. It's
Right.
really strange.
But it's all iterative
little
design.
chip
Like
of like metal and whatever else is what brings us this electronic device. How is that
nano,
possible?
it's like nanotubes of glass that are specifically designed with gold and copper to send electronic signals in a specific way to decide whether it's a 0 or a 1. And then it goes on from there. You just build the code on top of it.
So
Every computer that we have is still just a Turing machine that was
Yeah.
invented in the 50s or the
Turing
40s
machine.
or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Alan Turing, basically the grandfather of the modern computer. He beat the Enigma code using a
That's the
giant
source
fucking
of-
microcomputer.
That's the
processor.
aliens, man. He was an alien.
Fucking
He was
A.
gay.
100%.
He was gay man.
Yeah,
He was gay.
Yeah,
He
and then he
were.
got chemically castrated and then committed suicide because of that.
Well, that's
Oh,
well,
God.
Well,
It's a sad story, but you know,
I was gonna
as
make
most heroes go.
this felt
Yeah.
so educational until it got so sad.
You know, it's
I was gonna say
fucking
maybe he was
world
like
history.
an alien, and maybe in the alien planet that he lived on, everybody was gay.
We live in an alien planet. Surrounded by strange beings who do strange things.
Yeah, for sure.
Indeed. There's no stranger thing than a human, I don't think.
No, especially none in Hazard.
Not
I
on this
tried to
planet.
allude to it earlier, damn it. I'm going to get to this.
Okay,
Look,
go
man,
ahead.
happy can wait.
Happy? I ain't happy until I've had my fucking curiosity quenched.
That's what Happy Mobilini said before he man pageant.
Oh my God.
Goodness, children.
And so, what do you have to say, Jimothy? What's bearing on your mind about
Well-
the situation?
Well,
man?
Jared apparently had some shit that we missed. I don't know if we missed it or if it was, as I said last week, it's an ongoing story.
yeah.
More would be to come out, most likely. And, well, Jared, do you have it for me, my sexy companion?
I do, sir. So, our local news station posted an article that honestly talks about some crazy stuff involving Happy that happened a while back that,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody kind of knew about, but then forgot about over time because everything else going on
what
in
is
the world.
happy?
So, Happy is our, well, not our, but
Yeah.
Hazard's mayor.
Yeah.
And principal.
Okay, that's his name. I
And we're all
thought you were
very
talking about
familiar.
like the town Happy.
No,
I
not
had
the
to think
town
about
Happy.
it.
What are you talking about, Happyville?
Happy, no, it's town. It's a happy town. Damn it.
A happy town.
That's me. It's a hopeless happy town. If I'm being
But-
honest, but
So
There's
they
a place
posted
around here called Hell for Certain.
that's
There
true.
is.
And Devil's Skull.
and it's near a size rock.
What hopeful sounding places to exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry guys, I pulled up a completely separate article about something else.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, Happy got in trouble recently because when he renewed his license, his teaching license or whatever you have to be a principal, he basically lied because on that form, you're not supposed to be able to renew it if you're under an ongoing investigation for something that happened. And
Well, what was he? What was he under investigation for, though?
well, that's why I'm trying to pull up the article because I don't want to misquote
Was
anything.
it,
and
was it
cause any
something
kinda,
to do with kids? Probably.
It did involve
Well,
kids.
I
It
know
involved a field trip.
Letting kids. Oh, okay. I know.
He tried
I
to
do
open
know
his
what
own bang bus, is what he did.
Oh, God
Oh
damn.
my god! Holy hell!
I was gonna
Oh
do
my
a
God.
soundboard bot, but there's no soundboard bot.
Man,
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay,
the
but
tears of many for you.
so I do,
Nothing more obnoxious sounding than a crying woman, I swear to God.
That was a child.
Even worse.
Oh my goodness.
I do know what you're talking about. I don't know if like I like you. I don't really want to misspeak. I would rather let the article like fuck its life up and me just be able to blame it.
Right.
But yeah, like what I know of it, what I think you're talking about is there was a field trip where the girl was like raped, and apparently there was drinking involved that happened on a field trip.
At a
But
hotel while staff was supposedly aware of the noise complaints coming from the students' rooms.
yeah, see, I don't know the details. I just know that specific
that's-
part. But the thing is, man, it's like I don't know what to say because
Right.
I don't know anything about those allegations. Like I don't know
Right.
any further detail. So like I don't want to immediately like
But see-
and some would say this is like defending the predator or whatever it is, but like I'm just saying I don't know enough.
Right. I mean,
to,
like,
like-
it's okay. That's fair. But I think it also just coincides with everything that's going on and strange behaviors that way. Like, that's just
pattern.
that stuff that's already coexisting. That's not new. Those are not new. That's maybe new to the public.
And it's easier, I
But-
think, for things to get swept under the rug in places like these where
Well, that's
pool is less based in actual rule of thumb and more based in like who you know and who you blow, as they say.
yeah.
You know?
The walk and talk of life.
Yeah.
So
The sucking cock of life.
It just, it's just so bizarre, man. Like,
There's quite a few articles about it.
I'm sure we won't speak of this again on this podcast, so it's just like I just like get it out of there now while the iron's still hot and be like, what the?
I mean, I've been bought a beer by this man at a festival around here.
When was that?
It was at a music festival in Hazard. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
He wants to be your pal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying from my, it's strange for me to talk about because I've met the man. You know, I've talked to the man. It's weird for, you know, this area, for this guy that I know. I don't expect it to get this kind of coverage. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't expect British dudes on the internet to be talking about Hazard, Kentucky.
What's pissing me off is all these dumbasses off in the field somewhere in fucking New York, off in the field in New York, but they're over there talking about how it's a fucking woke thing.
Yeah.
They're like talking about like it's a woke thing that they did this man pageant and that they had all these boys in
my
lingerie. And I'm like, half of these fucking ball players probably hate gays. They ain't no fucking wokeness to this event.
Right.
No, there. I can assure you, the wokeness was not to be found at this whatever the fuck it was.
You're saying people are saying it
It's
was woke?
Yeah.
It was woke.
No, it was absolutely not.
That's
woke.
absolutely
That's the opposite of woke.
Yeah, I can assure you their intentions were not that of a
It's a mockery
2021
of woke.
mindset.
We were talking about this on the last episode. I told him I'm surprised that's not a talking point, actually, in how the world has become. I'm surprised that's not a major element of concern, is like this is offensive to transgender people,
Yeah.
you know? Or offense. I mean, there's nothing more to say. That I thought that would be a big part of it. But
It's offensive to everybody. Like the young boys young boys cocks are probably not offensive to everybody, but they should be whenever they're, you know, in a public setting and it's not like they're in their bedroom or something.
And
Yeah.
adults are
Well-
involved as well. I mean, like that's
That's the thing that gets me. It's like, guys, this is at a fucking high school. This
Yeah.
ain't at a college.
Yeah, these.
It's a goddamn high school.
Like that's behavior I'd expect at a goddamn fraternity, or you know what I mean, like or some sort of dorm, like a frat house.
Yeah.
it shouldn't be. If any place it shouldn't be allowed, it should be at school.
Yeah, I mean, like a high school, especially. I mean, like, and you can say that this.
You can say boys will be boys.
Pictures, you can kind of clearly see.
Hang on, wait. Speak up. Come here.
In the pictures, you can kind of clearly see that like the kids didn't think it was very funny. You know, like
Happy thought
The
it was
audience
fucking
members.
hilarious.
That's
and the
true.
boys that were in the pageant or whatever, they were laughing, but the kids in the crowd were kind of just like
Yeah,
kinda looked
WTF.
mortified.
Yeah, they did. In those pictures, yeah, the kids are just like, don't look like they're having a great time.
No,
Nobody,
definitely
you would expect in the background of something like that, the crowd is like, this
Like,
is so
amping it
crazy
up.
and wacky.
But the only people amping it up were the people involved in it, which
Yeah.
is still kind of creepy.
Yeah, like if anybody should be
That's
condemning it should be the staff, not the students.
I cannot personally think of any teacher I would have felt comfortable doing that on in high school.
So,
No. I mean, like, and we talked last
Well,
week. It's like I swear,
You're not
man,
even Miss Brewer.
I mean,
No!
I mean, well, fuck. When we were in school, like, there's bizarre shit like that, man. Like, it's a fucking new day, but the weather's the same. Like, nothing changes, man. Nothing fucking changes. It's just putting. I don't know. I don't fucking know. And to quote something I had heard once, I don't know if it's Hemingway. It may be. It's like, if I were to be anywhere during a zombie apocalypse, I would want to be in Kentucky. For everything happens there 20 years later after it happens everywhere else.
indeed.
I mean, I don't know. I probably misquoted that. Wrong person. I don't know. Not confident in it. But God damn it, it applies. I think it applies. Because shit ain't changed, man. It's a bubble. These tiny towns like this are bubbles. They're safe havens for they're hive minds. Like, honestly. And nothing ever changes there because nothing new is ever integrated into the environment.
And anything that ever tries to crop up as new, has a new idea or something
Snuffed.
progressive, snuffed because the mentality around here seems to be so stubbornly
Fuck change.
Yeah.
Fuck change.
And that's that's not just around here though. That's not. We because we've lived in these parts our whole lives, it's annoying for us to be around really extreme conservatives. But I'm sure that if we lived in a more liberal place, we'd probably be like, oh my God, these liberals are fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Because
That may be.
Yeah.
But like, I'm only bringing that up in the context of what they were doing, like as cross-dressing and shit, not the fucking act of the lewdness with underage people with adults. Like, that's the point. Like, that's the whole thing right there. It's like, there's high school body is not just made up of these juniors and seniors, and I can't attest to the people's ages or whatever that were there, but like she had said, the people that were, you could spot them on the bleachers. I saw those pictures.
yeah.
They look uncomfortable as fuck. Even like they know, they're like, this is fucking weird. This makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I
Why the
don't-
fuck is this happening at a school in my school hours,
And
man?
so
Like,
the youth are seeming like they are wanting to change. But it's the people
the
in
adults and
control.
above that are just insisting on
Resisting.
keeping things the way they've always been.
Right.
Is
right.
conservatism the new counterculture?
Maybe. The fucking
But we're saying that, but the students are the ones who chose to cross dress. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe those guys don't give a fuck about that.
Look, man, when I was in school,
It
the ball
probably- it
team and
probably-
stuff could literally get away with anything.
fuck yeah. And you know, the well,
Well, that's
probably
a
doesn't
small
even
town
run that
thing,
deep.
too.
Yeah. The well doesn't even run that deep, probably, in the consciousness of what's going on and why this is a problem, or why this has been made out to be such a deal.
Right. It could literally just be like some foolish adolescent horseplay.
yeah.
But I mean, you got to look at all of that in
Right.
context, and then on top of that. So I've located our article, by the way.
Makes you wonder how big of a problem it really is.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, because he was caught. Well, him and two other Hazard High School teachers of not properly chaperoning the school trip, in which one student alleges she was raped by another student. She also alleges in a lawsuit that when she was a junior in 2017, Mobilini and the two teachers did not check on students at various points during the trip. It also alleges that students drank alcohol and that one student, a boy, physically and sexually assaulted another student, a girl. The former student claims that the chaperones did not handle the investigation and her allegations properly. And then Mobilini and the other chaperones have asked that the lawsuit be dismissed. Attorneys for both sides in the lawsuit did not immediately respond to newspapers' request for comment.
Of course they didn't.
Right.
Of course they didn't.
The one
And that's the
puzzle-
lawsuit that he hid from the Kentucky Board of Education when he renewed his teaching license.
Oh,
See,
okay,
there's-
that
there-
is a problem.
There are some layers there, man. I've told you, this story just keeps on going.
Yeah.
So,
Teachers around here, man, I don't know, they're fucking buck wild. Let me tell you something. We'll come back to that. But I want to
credentials, man.
tell you a story.
Fucking buck wild.
You want to hear a fucking story? There's
God.
a town that's close to he and I. This is amongst the teachers. Amongst the teachers at a high school. Remember this. Amongst the teachers. No students are involved in this story whatsoever. Okay. The teacher, he goes to go take a shit. There are explosives on the fucking toilet that the teachers put there knowing he was going to sit there and try to shit. And now he's wanting to sue. He's wanting to sue because he's got PTSD. This motherfucker can't sit on the toilet much longer.
Explosives. Explosives.
Explosives. I'm using their buzzwords. It was fucking, what was it, firecrackers?
firecrackers
Fucking
mixed.
firecrackers?
Well, they said firecrackers mixed with explosive material.
Yeah, so whatever that may be, it wasn't like they had goddamn dynamite under
Yeah,
it. Like
no
Wile E.
C4.
Coyote
Put
in
some
his ass.
napalm on that toilet seat, son.
You'll never shit again, you fucking prick. Let
How?
me tell you, you gonna shit napalm and in a bag, buddy.
Straight to the fucking moon.
Empty that colostomy bag every day, bitch.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning, but this one kind of smells like shit. What the fuck happened?
But dude, he was just at work. This is a teacher just trying to do his job. These other teachers are like, hey man, you know it'd be really funny? Let's just fucking put some firecrackers firecrackers under this man's ass. For the next 10 years, it's going to be great. Every time he sits down to take a shit, he's going to think there's an anaconda coiled up in the toilet to bite his balls. It's going to be that kind of apprehensive feel he's going to have every time he wants to go sit down to poop.
He might even get constipated, not be able to poop because he's so worried about what will happen. He can't release himself. He can't open
He's
himself
scared
up.
shitless. Shitless.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I would imagine so.
But that's
Yeah.
going back to this high school. They're all in the eastern central area of the state. And it's just like, is that a sign of what the fuck is wrong with people? I don't know, dude. But that's nuts. Like, this is your news story.
Think about this though. Like the '80s generation are now like teachers and stuff. Mm-hmm. Is this what?
Well,
Comforting.
not necessarily though. Like people of my generation are starting to get into teaching,
Right.
you know, and I feel my generation is at least a little more.
Please save our aging bones. Please.
Yeah, but who knows, man? Who knows? Like we were saying earlier, it's the people above them who are resistant to change. It's the people who are hiring them who are resistant to change. So we'll see what happens. You know,
Just feels like Bizarro land to me.
things will never be perfect though, because high schools are fucking crazy, and like
course.
teenagers are fucking crazy.
Public schools are insane.
And teachers get drove crazy, if not by the students, by the people above them who set unrealistic standards.
Yeah.
And I mean, they don't get paid enough. I mean, fuck, it's crazy, man.
Just quit trying to be cool with the kids, man.
Yeah,
If that's what it boils down to, that you just can't grow up. If that's what it is, you gotta fucking.
Well, see, this is the thing.
Go get some help or something. man.
or go do a job where you don't have to be a grown up.
Around kids.
Yeah, go hang out at a factory somewhere. Put some shit together.
Go to FedEx.
Yeah, do something, man. Don't be like.
Look, man, we got a worldwide
teaching
chip
our
shortage. You guys could build a fucking plant and get right the fuck on that. You got all kinds of fucking mountaintops they've removed.
You're gonna
Plenty of
find
room.
lithium though. Where are you gonna find the lithium?
Well, they can ship that shit in.
They get a
Lithium.
prescription for that if they
Yeah.
need it.
I think
Look, I
that's
can
the
buy
reason
some
we're
of them.
having trouble
Look,
making them is because
They got them Energizer lithiums at Walmart, buddy. They just send some people up there and buy them
Probably.
motherfuckers.
All right, go.
Get them but go down there and get the one with the bunny on it. That's the good lithium.
Buy them cell phone batteries nobody uses anymore either.
Yeah, he's Energizer Bunny. Yeah.
He's coming for you, man.
Their battery
He just keeps
outlasting
coming and
Energizer
coming.
batteries.
I legit just fucking had a flash or something over here. That when Gunboi started, what'd you do? I don't even want to hear it again. What'd you?
He just keeps coming and coming and coming.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't like that.
Going and going. And
Stop. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Because
I get
no
that.
battery lasts longer than Energizer.
Get out of my head!
You have PTSD with them like that guy is suing for the firecrackers, man. So you should sue Energizer for
You're
giving you
right.
nightmares.
You're right.
Dude, that's why you're an insomniac. It's fucking Energizer Bunny.
It's the
Think
bunny's
about all
fault.
that money they owe you,
That
bro.
goddamn bunny in my head just kept telling me to keep going and going and going and going and going. So I never sleep. It keeps
He's so
me up.
fucking wound up, man.
The monster
Yeah.
don't have nothing to do with that.
Yes, it does. That big.
Oh, the monster don't have nothing to do with
Oh
that.
no! This has been a lifetime issue for me, not a modern problem. This has been ongoing forever. I've always had sleep issues.
I was getting a phone call. That was why I was weird for a
Cool.
second.
Well, that's awesome.
It can go to voicemail.
Tell people you're busy. Say, hey, fuck you. I'm doing a podcast.
Okay, what? I have
Makes more sense than what I thought it said, which was GPS. I was like, does anybody buy a GPS?
Are
anymore?
they sending latitude and longitude?
What about CVS?
No,
CVS,
they
the
quit selling cigarettes. They can fuck right off.
I figured that would hurt your soul.
It does.
I knew that would hurt your soul.
Fucking gay.
I don't know if you're flipping us off or giving us the peace sign.
Me too. I hate CVS.
You hate CVS? Why?
Because they
stopped
stopped-
selling cigarettes.
The goddamn
They
it.
stopped selling cigarettes. They still sell liquor.
Well, they're a pharmacy to make you better,
Why is
not to kill
why is
you.
this pharmacy not selling me my suicide packs? Why?
Listen,
CVS, why? Why
every-
did you do
they
this?
used to
Why
call
did you
'em-
close? Why did you
They used to call them
for years and years and years, and then just stop like that.
It's a cold motherfucking turkey, man.
They used to call them what they were. They used to call them drugstore, and that was a store where you went to get your drugs.
That's fair. That's
The
fair.
pharmacy.
Now it's a pharmacy.
The pharmacy.
Yeah, it's the pharmacy for the pharmaceuticals from the pharmacies companies.
And you have to have a pharmacy to get inside the pharmacy, so that way you can dispense all the medicine out to all the patients.
You know what?
Right?
Did y'all hear
Right.
about this pharmacist trading drugs for sex?
No.
Sounds
He was
like a
like
lucrative
85
business.
years old. And he was
Whoa.
like trading. He was like, I'll give you Xanax. You give me a blowjob.
He had a lifetime supply of Viagra, man. What the fuck? Why not?
Well, he had his own outside. He can do whatever he wants. He can
Right.
get the best hard-on pills he wants to, man. He's earned the right, I guess. I don't know.
This
Look,
pharmacy
man.
certainly has a lot of Cialis
certain-
called in.
At a certain age, I kind of don't care what somebody does.
I mean, he's earned the right to give himself a hard-on. He's
They've
not earned
paid
the right
enough
to
taxes
fucking
in their
pay under the
lifetime.
table with drugs.
Yes, that's what I agree with.
I just think you ought to be able to go buy the drugs.
Jared just completely overlooked that aspect of it.
What?
The fact that this man is like
He's-
offering his drugs in
he's
exchange for
fucking-
blowjobs.
He's 80-something years old. Like, who
He's
the
still
fuck cares?
coercing sex.
He's not coercing nothing. They want drugs. He says, okay, give me sex.
I also think Bill Cosby didn't do anything
Exchange.
wrong.
Yes.
Pants,
Oh,
like
no.
I don't want an 80-year-old doctor zipping up his pants because he just got a blowy from
All
a
right, now,
druggie outside and
all right.
coming to help me out. Thanks,
Who
Doc.
said he's dirty about it?
Ethel. All right, now, Ethel. I'll give you all the Adderall I can carry in my bag if you just. That's right. I better not do that.
Yeah, you better not take your cock out on YouTube,
That was
Jimmy.
enough. That was enough for you two to say like we're done anyway. Like,
Yeah.
don't you dare act like you're gonna get up and pull out your fucking. You wouldn't even see my penis, YouTube. I assure you.
I'm gonna put a
It's
blur
like in The
on it, though,
Hangover
make it
when
look
Mr.
like he
Chow
ripped
gets
it
out of the back of the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should put a blur in it just for the flair. It's like, oh, but did he though?
Yeah.
For half the lies I tell are not true.
What how does
Imagine
that apply?
that.
It doesn't. I had a brain fart. I just wanted to fill in the blank. Man, God damn it! Wrong fucking one. What
I love how it ended with the crying kid. That was
You know?
the best way it could have ended.
That's probably what this guy sounded like after he drowned his dad for trying to perform an exorcism.
What?
Huh? Wait.
A guy drowned his dad after trying to perform an exorcism.
Yeah, a 19-year-old guy
Please tell.
decided he was going to baptize his dad at a Massachusetts pond.
Well, how old
Get
were
into
you?
his
We were just in
57-year-old
Massachusetts.
father.
Could have been us.
After he picked him up at a bar, he was like, okay, we're going to get rid of your fucking demons. Because mom don't want you at the house either.
He was
apparently.
drinking spirits though.
Well, that's what he was trying to get rid of.
Getting
Was the
filled with the
spirit.
spirit.
So he takes him out to the pond, and it's just like, all right, by the father, all that shit, and drowns his ass.
He did by the father and shit. How do we know that?
Well,
We
Father,
don't
the
know
Son, the
that. I'm
Holy Ghost.
assuming if you go to baptize someone, you're going to say some religious text that just rolls off the top of your head.
So did he kill him on purpose or on accident?
Oh, it's debatable.
Yeah, I'm sure he would say accident.
He believed that he was baptizing his father. He described that he was holding his father in the pond on his back like a baby. Then he continually dunked his father's head in the water about 4 to 8 times until his father was no longer struggling. So
It
it's
only
debatable.
takes 4 to 8 times.
It only takes like 2 tablespoons of water to kill you. Teaspoons.
Oh,
What is that
goddamn.
measurement? I can't remember.
I'd swallow it. The water, the tablespoons of water, tablespoons of water.
Is it 2 tablespoons?
I'm not sure, but it makes me thirsty.
I feel like it's 2 something. But anyways, I mean, just fucking strangle. Why keep dunking him? Just hold him under the water. That's the whole point of being under the water is to wash away your sins. Why do they pull you back out? Are they trying to leave some on there for later?
I mean, there might be.
What do you mean? Why
So
do they
you-
pull you out?
Yeah, you're just saying they should drown
Fucking
everybody?
submerge.
Everybody should be
Send
drowned
them
at their
on to heaven
baptism.
with a clean fucking slate, by God.
They just have a clean body. It's just
hilarious.
a clean physical body.
Yeah, that should be how everybody goes,
That's
man.
not, look, man.
Send them to heaven with a clean slate.
How How are you going to do that like a Catholic
why even
baptism?
do
No.
this anymore?
What
Why
do you
even
mean?
do this live
Well, they
stuff
just, like,
anymore?
Well, they'll just fucking
They
hold
just
your
sprinkle.
face.
Yeah, you're going to have to sprinkle somebody for a long time to drown them.
See what
dunk them in the fucking.
That's why
Take
Catholics
their
shouldn't
face.
sprinkle.
Look, man, they
you
need to
imagine
take their
their
face, grab them by the
biceps?
back of the head, and just fucking cram it in that little platter of
font.
water. Yeah,
Just
boom.
Put them teeth first on it and do a American history
Yeah,
X
and then
on
tell
them
them
in
to
the
say,
baptismal
you know,
font.
10 Hail Marys and
Damn.
come back later.
What?
Say 10 Hail Marys if you fucking can,
Right.
you broken jawed bastard.
What happened to the days of just holy water being sprinkled on their face?
That's what happened anyway.
I mean, that was a fucking drowning. The whole exorcist is.
Well, look,
that was a witch hunt.
That
was
was-
a fucking witch hunt. It's the right state. It's the perfect reason to say I wanted to kill my father. I'm not saying that's what it was, but hey, why not? I thought he was a witch.
Sure.
And he was possessed.
Look, man, that was a crude rationalizational understanding of a religious text that no one understands.
I don't care.
Well, think about it. You said it started off with just sprinkling holy water, then they turned it into dunking you completely in a fucking river.
Whoa. Let's dial this back. It started off with dunking you in a river, and
yeah,
then some
they turned it
dumbasses were like, good
just
enough.
a little bit.
Lazy with it, yeah.
Well, that's,
Catholics
that's
are
why
kind of
they
lazy
always
with a lot
come
of their
in-
religious
yeah.
stuff.
It's just making
just
it a
won't
holy
go.
river.
Oh, fucking worry about
so
it
the guy
on
just like
confession.
dunks him in the river. And he just rationalized. It's like, well, he's mean all the time. The demons take him over. So the only way to get rid of it is
Son.
to sober him up by baptizing him.
Son, it's called your father gets drunk a lot.
Amen.
And does
He's got vices,
questionable
man.
things.
He's dealing with you and your mother
You picked him up from a bar,
because you're
son.
both crazy.
Drink the water of life.
Swallow it. Get in the holy river. In the holy river.
We all float up here.
Holy Spirit.
We're getting in the holy river.
Oh my
We've
God.
come to Camp Nathaniel. Sorry.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
How does that go? Is there more to that?
Oh, yeah.
That's the only part I ever
the
hear.
fuck?
That's how we should go out on this show, man.
What?
Because we've
We've
got a
come
UFC
to
fight
Camp
to hit up in
Nathaniel
about 8
and we're
minutes.
glad we're here. We come to worship Christ, our Savior dear. We'll
gonna burst into
study,
goddamn
work,
flame.
and pray, grow closer every day, and then we'll go and live for Him. Amen, brother.
Yes,
Amen.
Thank you, Gunboi,
Feel the
for
Spirit of the
that
Lord in the house
beautiful
tonight,
hymn.
brothers.
We got a lighter over there.
I'm
we
gonna
had a
fucking
lighter
spontaneously combust or some shit.
there. Yeah, and
Too much Jesus for me.
I wish I had the applause thing lined up. It's not on there though, but that will suffice.
That's perfect. That's exactly how I feel. Jesus! It got nothing to do with this
Everybody.
shit.